Why do high achievers burn out faster? Well, there is actually a type of person who looks like they're doing incredibly well on the outside. They are reliable, they're capable, they're driven, and often the one that every single person depends on. And they get things done. They take responsibility. They push through the pressure. And from the outside, well, life looks really successful and actually really stable. But like underneath all of that, something never really switches off. Their mind is always active. Their body doesn't feel settled. The rest feels totally uncomfortable. And even when they achieve something really significant in their life, they never really lasts very long. They never feel it for a long time. And this is where many high achievers become really confused with the belief that success should make them feel better. But they believe that once they reach a certain level, once they finally feel calm, confident, secure, oh well, just another thing to do, doesn't really come. There's always that uncertain feeling. And this is because for some individuals, success is not just ambition, it becomes their coping mechanism. Now, your nervous system actually learns that being productive, performing well, achieving, being useful to lots of people, being liked, means that it creates that sense of safety. And over time, the brain begins linking achievement with relief. When something is complete, there's that temporary calm, that temporary sense of relief, that validation, that control element. But because the deeper emotional patterns underneath haven't really been resolved, that feeling fades. The system goes straight back to doing what it did before. And this is why so many high achieving individuals say, well, I should be really happy, but I'm not. I should feel really engaged with life, but I'm so distant. I've achieved so much, but something is still like really off, and I just can't seem to switch off. And they think that they failed in life when actually it is a nervous system problem. And this is why insight alone doesn't change this repetitive behavior pattern. High achievers already understand themselves really well. You know what drives you, you know how to achieve the next thing. But what you do is overwork, and then you struggle to stop. You don't switch off, and then the exhaustion, the burnout happens. And the same behaviors show up every single time because it's a pattern. The nervous system's learned that. And that's why you need a structured process. And that's what we do inside the trauma recovery method. Firstly, we focus on release, and that is really helping to reduce the emotional, psychological activation. That's the driving force that keeps you needy. Then we move on to reprogram, and that's where the brain begins to really learn new patterns around safety, self-worth, your identity. And finally, we focus on restore. And that's where the individual really learns to rebuild that life. You do start to feel calm, present, and in control. And your family will start to realize that actually you're more present. But the goal is not to remove your ambition. That will always still be there. The goal is to remove the survival from the ambition. Now, if that resonates with you and it's something that you recognize within yourself, that it's a pattern, and the next step is for you to really properly understand this, why don't you watch our free masterclass? It's at the